Come on in, come on in, come on in, everyone. Come on in. We're about to start. It is 6:30. It is 6:30 and we're about to start. Today is going to be a great topic. We're going to be talking about near and dear to my heart, about veterans, veterans, veterans. Come on in, everyone. Come on in. Today. Can't wait to see y'all. It's a holiday. It's the holiday. I can't believe it. Can you believe it? It's going to be Christmas already. It's going to be Christmas this week. Oh my gosh, where have the year gone? The year has gone. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. It went way over my head real quickly, real quickly. So we're getting ready to start at 6:31. We're getting ready to start. We get ready to start at 6:31. Come on in, everyone. Come on in. Can't wait to see you. Come on in, everyone. Come on in. It is 6:31. It is 6:31. Come on in, come on in. We are going to be recording live on Zoom. We're going to be recording live on Zoom and YouTube Come on in. We're going to be talking about resources for veteran resources. Come on in, come on in. Can't wait to see you guys. Come on in. It is going to be a great, it's going to be a great, it's going to be great, it's going to be great. Come on in, everyone. Come on in. It's going to be a great talk. Today, we're going to be talking about helping veterans. Come on in, everyone. Come on in. Take your seat and come on in. Grab a pen and paper and grab a drink or something like that. We are recording live. We're recording live on Zoom and we're also recording live on YouTube. So come on in, come on in. We're going to carry on a great conversation. Hey, Marlene, how are you, girl? It's good to see you. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Today we're going to be talking about, it's going to be about veteran resources in our community. Happy holidays to everyone. Happy holidays to everyone. Christmas is here. Christmas is here on us. And Thursday is going to be Christmas and the year has gone like, whoa, over our head, over our head. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. All right, so it's 6:33. It's 6:33. I am usually respectful of everyone's time, so we're going to get started. I see one of my co-hosts is sick, and I don't see the other one came in yet. So anyway, I'm going to get started without her. She might pop in. Sometimes her phone give problems, or she's traveling or something like that. So one of them are sick and taking care of grandbaby. So anyway, but waiting for the other one, but eventually she pops in someplace. But we're just gonna get started. We're gonna get started. We're gonna get started. We're gonna get started and just jump right in. So hi guys, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the podcast. If this is your first time, you're in for a treat. If this is your first time, welcome. My name is Viv and I'm a preferred real estate broker, a senior real estate specialist in our community, and I'm your advocate, someone who deeply believes in real estate. And it's not just about real estate, but it's about people putting people first. So that's why last week when we left off, we were talking about veterans and veterans need help for the holiday. But this is the time of the year that what happens is we get lonely, we get depressed, all kinds of stuff happens. I was just talking to a friend of mine, Beverly, she's on here as well, that I was talking to someone last week, Thursday, and and then all of a sudden, I heard this morning that he passed away, young person, but it's just so sad. This time of year, it's sad, because we lose a lot of loved ones because different reasons and different stuff like that. But I just want to, go over all the resources that we have for people that are lonely, people that are in the community, maybe homeless people that need some help, and they don't need a hand up. They need a hand up, not a handout. Okay, so we need to help them up. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to help them up. But I work closely with first-time home buyers and seniors families and transition veterans in Central Florida, here in Lake County, especially in Lake County. We're here in Lake County. But beyond title, beyond any title that we have or anything like that, we have to show up. We have to show out. We have to show up for our community, because that is what we do. We have resources as realtors, so we have to show up. Okay, we have to give our consumers the resources that they need, and we also have to educate them. And with Christmas, it's just such a difficult time with Christmas coming up on Thursday. Where today episode is going to be about our veterans and our veterans in our area. There's Beverly. Hey, Beverly, welcome back. Welcome back. There's Beverly. Welcome back. So I don't see Miss Rosemary. I text her. I don't see her, but you know what? We're just gonna get started and carry on like a great conversation. I have my friend Marlene on here. She's a realtor as well. So I invited her on, so she can see what we do on our podcast, and hopefully she's gonna let me mentor her and help her with. Oh, there's Miss Rosemary. Yes. Welcome, Miss Rosemary. So today we're honoring our veterans. Before we talk about resources or anything like that, I want to pause, and I just want to honor and say honor to all the branches of the services, because every branch represents sacrifices, courage, and commitment. So we have the Army, we have the Navy, we have the Marine Corps, we have the Air Force, we have the Space Coast, we have the Coast Guard, we have the Navy SEALs, we have all of them. And to them, we give the honor. To every veteran that is listening or going to be listening after we hang up, or going to be listening on YouTube, we honor you and we thank you. We thank you. We thank you. We thank you for you. We thank you for going for us, because we didn't go. So we appreciate you going for us. And because of you, we're able to live life better, because you are the one that protects us. And we really thank you. And just know that the veterans know that you guys matters, and you guys matters to us. So we're going to have resources for you. We're going to have all different kind of stuff. I have my friend Rosemary on here. I'm going to have one of my Miss Rona Lee is not going to be here today, so but I have Miss Rosemary. So I'm going to have Miss Rosemary go ahead and introduce herself. So Pastor Rosemary, welcome, girl. Welcome in the house. So glad to have you, girl. Today is going to be a great conversation. So take it away. Run with it.
Run with it.
Run
My
with it.
goodness. Oh, my goodness gracious. Miss Vivian, this is an awesome moment. You know why?
Why?
We are alive.
Yes, we
You
are alive.
understand the whole thing?
Thank God we are alive. Praise God. Praise God. I was just telling Beverly about that I lost a friend of mine this week. I talked to him last Thursday, and this morning I was on a meeting and I heard that he passed away. What a shock to me. What a shock to me. But it's the holiday season, and I'm so glad and so grateful to be alive. And that's why today we're talking about veterans, the veterans that made us, save us from ourselves and protect us. And we thank you and we honor every branch of the veteran, just like I just mentioned. So, Miss Rosemary, you go ahead and take it away. Pamela,
Well,
welcome, Miss
the
Pam.
bottom line is that
Hey, y'all.
What's up? Welcome in.
freedom is not free.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sacrifice. And we have to recognize the fact that people have given up their they've committed themselves to the to committed themselves to protect us in America, to make us how would I say, to make this country free. Okay, so when we hear that freedom is not free, is center, it sounds simple, but it's heavy. It carries it carries names of people who sacrifice themselves. It carries tears of the loved ones who have received the notice to say that their person passed away. It represents prayers that have been prayed for protection upon the persons and family members who are out there in the battlefield. It talks about unfinished dreams and long nights when somebody stood their ground so someone else could breathe easier that later. And freedom
Yes.
always comes with a
Come
receipt,
on, baby.
because someone paid with time, years locked out of opportunities that they could be doing something else. and someone paid with their body, they come back with scars or sickness, exhaustion, or a life cut short. Or someone paid with their voice got silenced, they got mocked, or they got punished for telling the truth. And often someone paid with quietly, never getting credit, never making the history books. And the honest part about it is that the danger isn't forgetting that freedom isn't free. The danger is enjoying the benefits while refusing to accept the responsibility that somebody else paid the price. And freedom demands stewardship. If we inherited it and do nothing with it, we cheapen the price that was paid. So, freedom that we are experiencing now that the veterans have paid, it's speaking when silence is safer, but when we know that our silence is wrong. And also showing up when comfort tells us when we're to stay home. So when we hear about being free, we are to stand with the people who have paid the price for us to be free. I want to recognize John Perry because his service to the country was a price that he paid for us, and he stand proudly as an American to say that he paid the price of serving his country. And now that he's older and retired, he has been enjoying going to events that honors the veterans. He's been enjoying the recognition now because he's at the stage in his life where he has more he has less life to live than the life that he lived in the past. So
Yeah.
he says that every moment he counts it as great joy. So,
Mm.
for me this morning, I was just telling everybody that I'm glad that we're here. We're glad to be presently present. And I'm glad that you are here, that you're alive, that, we're here in America, that we have breath in our lungs. And I'm glad that we're here to bring meaning to life and to bring meaning to recognition to those who have served, and I really honor them. Okay, say something, please.
Thank you. Yes, we do. We honor them. Last week we left off talking about honoring our veterans. And every time I see a veteran or whatever, I always thank them. And as a realtor, I usually don't charge them any extra fees and things like that. I end up paying those fees for them because you know what? I always wanted to go into service, but I was always afraid.
Yeah.
Coming from Jamaica, I heard, you hear all kinds of different things and stuff like that. So it makes you afraid of going into service because of the chattering and not necessarily being things that's the way it goes, but you still when you're in high school and you're thinking about going into the service, there's always people that they talk. I remember I wanted to go in the Navy and I can't swim. So I remember they said they were going to throw me off the ship and I was going to drown. So because of that, I never signed up.
Mhm.
But so every time I see my service provider, I see my veterans. I always make sure I'm honoring them and thanking them. And
Mhm.
Pam, can you mute? I think there's a feedback on your
I
on your.
applied twice. And first, well, I was turned down the two times. One, I wasn't a U.S. citizen at the time, and second, I was expecting a baby.
Oh, okay.
And they said no. So I honor those who serve their country, not just with words, but with the respect and
Yes.
the remembrance and responsibility. Because service isn't just uniform and parades, it's long separation, missed birthdays, bodies that came home changed, and minds that carried things no one should have to carry alone. Some came back celebrated, some came back forgotten, and some never made it back at all. In my opinion, honoring service means more than a moment of silence or a holiday post. It
Mm-hmm.
means listening to the veterans without rushing their stories, making sure they aren't discarded once the service ends.
Yeah.
It's teaching our children that freedom has fingerprints, real people paid for it, refusing to waste the peace they protected. And let's say this too, women also served.
Mm-hmm.
Mothers served, immigrants served, black, brown, poor, overlooked folks they served. Service doesn't always look like the movies, but it always costs something. So when you say, I honor those who served our country, you're standing in gratitude, and that matters. Because gratitude keeps history human. Gratitude reminds us not to take liberty lightly. So may we live in a way that says, your sacrifice was not ignored, your courage was not in vain, your service still speaks, and that's real honor.
Thank you. Frida said thank you. She says, I am a third generation Army retired, and my husband is second generation airborne Army retired. So we thank you for your service. And, she was sharing a little bit with us last week of the different things that, because since we are not in there, we don't really know, but she shared with us last week some of the things that, happens while she's serving in the service. But we thank you. Some of the things that we don't even know because we're not on the inside. We're on the outside looking in, so we don't actually knows what goes on there. So if anyone has anything, Pam, you have anything you want to add to it?
Well, the only thing, I've always can have something to say, whether I have anything to say or not. No, but the biggest thing, I guess, is since we're talking about seniors, no filter, no script, and we're talking about Florida senior living, I want us to please maybe focus our energy on how the veterans that are seniors and how they live, and how they can, we as seniors or veterans or not veterans, can better our life. Or we do. Unfortunately, I don't have any statistics, and I should have done some homework, and I apologize for that. But I'd like to know in our Central Florida area, and I probably could have called VA. I don't know if they would have given me the information or not, but percentages. What are we looking at when we're talking about senior veterans? Are we talking about more? What are we talking about? What's our demographics when it comes to that particular set of people? So I like to narrow it down so that we know that my son's a veteran. He's an active duty serviceman, and but I don't think he fits into our conversation. I think the conversation that I was more hoping to have once steered at Florida senior living as a veteran, and how a Florida senior living as a person senior as a veteran living in Florida, in the Central Florida area, how can we help each other?
Right. I did do a little bit of research, but I will check out the demographic and see what's the demographic. But I did researches on different things like where they can go to get help, like assistant, like rent. If they cannot afford their rent, there's something that called VASH, which is part of HUD, and it's a program, rental assistant housing stability and stuff like that. And it's located in our area.
Is that for anyone or just veterans?
No, this is for veteran. The VASH is for veteran.
Okay.
So, and then I also serve on the Affordable Housing Committee, and they are coming up with something for veterans as well. I saw they have like they started it on the website. I'm thinking that they're going to be finishing it up soon, because we did talk about it, that they're going to be having the resources for the veteran so they can help them out with rent and housing and things like that.
That's awesome. And I see that Frida talked about the physical struggles after being a service person. My son right now has a bad back and bad knees, basically from boot camp and carrying that body weight. So it definitely destroys the body before you even get deployed. You've already working at a deficit. But I hear you. So that's interesting. That's good information about the program within HUD to help them with rent.
Yeah, and as I go along, I'm going to be doing more resources, and then as I sit on the affordable housing committee, I'll pick up some more resources where, just like you said, where I will check the demographic though of seniors, senior veterans that's in our area, and see what that looks like.
Yeah, and do they have to, the VA that's off of Oakley Seaver, or the one that's on Citrus Tower, what kind of services do they render there? Do you know, Frida?
Well,
any?
Frida won't know. Frida don't live here. Frida
Ma'am,
live down
yes,
south.
ma'am.
They live
He'll
down
text
south,
him all
so,
day if you let him.
Florida. Yes, we live in Punta Florida.
right.
Oh,
Near
okay,
Fort Myers.
okay, sorry, okay.
Well,
but-
according to my research here, veterans in Central Florida, the Orlando, Kissimmee, Sanford metro area, the core of Central Florida, they have about 142,916 veterans overall. And that's from the census reporter.
You said
Veterans-
142,000?
Yes, 916.
So that was from 2020.
And then from the veterans who are 65 plus in Florida, across the entire state of Florida, there are about 719,000 veterans aged 65 and older. And that's around 50% of the state veterans population. So what about Central Florida specifically? There isn't publicly posted census or VA data broken down in a simple table for veterans age 65 plus just in Central Florida, but we can make a reasonable educational guess. Since Central Florida veteran population, give or take 142,000, is roughly 10 to 11% of the total Florida veterans count. And it's likely a similar share of the older veteran population that lives here. So the estimated senior veterans in Central Florida, if we apply that 50% proportion to the 142,000 veterans locally, it suggests that roughly 70 to 75,000 veterans aged 65 and older might be living here, though that's an estimate, not an official number.
What was that 10% number? What did you
Give
say
or
about 10%?
take 10 to 11% of
Oh,
the
margin.
165,000 that came
Margin.
through the right.
So we're talking 60 to 70,000 potentially.
Yes.
I wonder how they're faring. I wonder how the senior veterans are faring. Meaning, are they getting adequate housing? Are they getting adequate medical? I guess Frida already told us they don't get adequate medical treatment because.
I think I mean Junior is a retired Army vet.
Okay.
Maybe he can speak on that, you know, and see. But right, I mean they created that huge hospital over by Lake Nona, where they can go and get service. And of course, just like you said, we have a couple in our area right here. But maybe what I'm gonna do is eventually walk into their center. And I know on our Ralph's building, there is one on the right-hand side on the same building that Ralph's is on. I'm just going to walk around there one day and just go in there and see what they have, what kind of resources that they do.
Okay, so
go ahead, Junior.
Okay, well, what was the question? I can probably address it with the VA and the benefits.
No, we were more wondering, are the senior veterans actually utilizing the services that are available in Central Florida? I know for some of the ones that I speak with that are seniors, they don't go out to Lake Nona because of the distance.
Okay, so there's a couple of things you got to look at with the VA. It's divided by retired or people who just get out of the military. So typically with people who are retired, they have the option of using a private doctor on TRICARE. So there's no requirement for them to go to the VA because they can always go to a private doctor, you know. But as long as they're service connected, whether they're service connected or no, they can go to the VA and utilize the service. Yeah? So some of the facility like Lake Nona does offer much more things, and it's always packed when I go there, you know. And then there's like smaller centers that the veterans can go to, you know.
Yeah, we have a couple of them here in Lake County, smaller centers. Yeah.
Yeah, that they can go to, and but it's up to them, you know. I mean, as long as they're service connected, whether they're service connected or not, no, actually, sorry, they can go to the VA, you know. Some people choose to, some people choose not to, you know. But that's a choice that they make.
Okay.
Yeah, and more importantly, what what influences those choices. For example, like I said, I know some that don't like to go to Lake Nona because of the distance. And then they talk about the ones that are more local, they don't provide the services they need. So they, it's
Right.
Yeah, but
sort of like,
yeah, that's a choice that they make too, because if they go to the VA, I know it's a little bit distant. The VA does pay the travel if it's over a certain distance, you know. But again, a lot of veterans who's retired and they get what they call they use what they call TRICARE on the Humana. So
right.
they're allocated a private doctor to go in their area, you know.
What I
Okay.
hear is that the ones that accept TRICARE are not as plentiful, and that's
And
why they prefer the VA. But I'm only going off what I hear, so I don't
yeah,
know.
I mean, there's quite a bit of people who have TRICARE, but the difference between TRICARE and I said they using the VA is that you have to be retired. You know, you have to be retired from the military to either you do your 20-year or you come out on a VA disability. Then you have the option to use TRICARE. If you're not, then the only option is to use the VA, you know.
Mhm. Okay. So Miss Rose is gonna jump off at 7 o'clock, so we're gonna let her finish up so she can jump off.
All right. So while you're talking about TRICARE, and I'm glad that what's your name? I miss your name.
Junior Simmons.
Junior. Nice to hear you. You know we're cousins, not true?
Huh?
You know Simmons, never you mind. But
Okay.
TRICARE actually covers, this is what it covers: doctor's visit and hospital care, prescription, preventive care like checkups and screenings, mental health care, maternity and newborn care, and some long-term specialty care. And you can use military treatment facilities on base, civilian doctors and hospitals that accept TRICARE. So who TRICARE is for, and that matters. TRICARE is not the same as VA healthcare. TRICARE is for active duty military, retired military, Guard and Reserve members and their families, military spouses and dependent children. VA healthcare is for veterans, especially those with service connected disabilities, often income or service related eligibility. Some retirees qualify for both TRICARE and VA care, but they are separate systems. So the common TRICARE plans, here are the ones people usually ask for. TRICARE Prime, which is like an HMO. You pick a primary doctor, you get referrals, lower out-of-pocket costs. If you get TRICARE Select, this is like a PPO, more flexibility to choose doctors, slightly higher costs. And then there's a TRICARE for Life. That is for a retired person who is 65 plus, who have Medicare Part A and B. Medicare pays first, and then TRICARE picks up most of what's left. This one is huge for senior vets and military retirees.
That's why I'm about to say maybe we should be focusing on the ones that are getting that type of care, the ones that are 65 plus, as opposed to just retired, because you could retire before it.
Right, right.
Right. Because some do get out of the service on disability.
Okay, okay, I came on late, so my apologies. What are you guys trying to achieve?
No, we're just bringing resources for veterans. We're just bringing up resources, telling thanks for veterans for what they have done by providing freedom, and that freedom is not cheap, and also is not right, and also to provide resources just to highlight what is available for our veterans.
With a focus on seniors. This is
Right.
about
Senior veterans, yes.
I tell you, a good resource, Viv, just
Mhm.
give a FYI, is Stanley Lay, because he's part of
Oh,
the
real? Okay,
AMVET.
all right.
Yeah,
I'll reach out to him.
he's a good resource because he's part of the AMVET. So he's a good resource and he's very knowledgeable
Very
on the
good.
in and out of the VA, you know.
Okay, yeah, because I saw him the other day. Yeah, I'll reach out to him and see what kind of resource that he has too.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. as opposed to just retirees. I mean, the retirees are important as well, but we have to have some kind of focus.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
65 plus.
Right, 65 plus, yes.
Yeah.
So
then-
yes, so TRICARE and Medicare, they do, TRICARE picks up what Medicare does not picks
Yeah,
up.
and that has to do with any kind of medical insurance you have.
Mhm.
As a veteran, if you have any kind of medical, the medical is going to pick up first,
Mhm.
and then TRICARE come in second. So it's
Mhm.
never a good idea to have apart from unless you're on Medicaid, etc., to have a second insurance because they always have to pick up first. For example, I was in the hospital, just to give an FYI, for 2 days. The bill I got was like for 50 something $1,000, but my portion of the VA was like $72,
Mhm.
So the rest, and then the government paid the hospital 2,000 plus. The rest is written off,
Okay.
Mhm.
So it's never a good idea to try to have a secondary insurance unless you have to,
Mhm. So if I
Is
get you,
transportation an issue for veterans?
Well, it depends. Kind of a veteran situation is going to be different. And that's going to depend on their economic situation, yeah.
No,
Because
no,
some vet,
I understand. I'm just trying to bring us back to the senior side of it and make sure we provide resources for the senior side more so. And the ones that I've been speaking with have been seniors, and they are concerned about the travel. So is there a facility that will pick them up? Not just pay for their driving or whatever, but
no,
does it?
no, there's not.
Okay. Okay.
okay, can
That
I?
might be something we want to look into. Yeah.
All right. So if I just have my last word and then I will go. I
Okay.
apologize that I have to go. But for
Uh,
the official websites, the va.gov, the official home for applying for and managing your benefits for health, disability, education, pension, home loans, burials, etc. You can visit va.gov. That's the official site for benefits and care. And then for general resource pages, you go to the VA Resource and Support page. You can get to the Veterans Affair and that one. And then we have the contact and helplines. VA Benefits Hotline is 800-827-1000. And that's for disability, pension, claims, appeals, and benefit questions. And my VA 411, the main line number is 800-698-2411. And to manage your records and your claims, you can go to Veterans Affairs. Okay? And the part that I would like to emphasize, mental health for veterans. Do not take this lightly. For if you need help, the mental health hotline, a lot of them come back with issues where they struggle with post-traumatic syndrome.
Mhm.
Is that what you call it? Right.
Mhm.
Postpartum.
So yes, so
Postpartum.
when it comes to mental health for veterans, the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs actually offers one of the largest mental health system in the country, and the help is real, confidential, and this part matters. You don't have to be at rock bottom to use it. What the VA helps with, in plain talk, VA Mental Health Services offers depression and anxiety, PTSD, combat and non-combat trauma, grief and loss, military sexual trauma, both for men and women, substance use and addiction, sleep issues, anger, isolation, caregiver stress, and life transitions. You don't need a diagnosis already. Showing up counts. Just having a thought, you can go in to get help. So I encourage if anyone's listening or watching this broadcast and you need psychiatric care or individual counseling, group therapy, medication management, or integrated care for mental health or physical health together, please, you can visit the va.gov for information. All right.
All right. Thank you.
I thank you very much.
Have a good
thank
holiday
you.
and we'll talk to you, okay?
We'll talk to you soon. Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
I appreciate you.
Good
Bye-bye.
night, man. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Don't go anywhere. You guys,
Yeah.
only Miss Rosemary
Only
leaving.
me going, yes, leave.
Okay, so Miss Rosemary was talking about all of that. You can dial also 988. Very simple, and press 1 for the it says veteran crisis line, and then also she was talking about mental health service and stuff like that. So there's a lot of help out there. We just have to figure out about if somebody needs help. Where do we go and find the help for them in our local area? We're not necessarily have to drive to Lake Nona,
Yeah.
but in our area they have like Claremont to Varies, in our area.
And again, depends on the kind of help that the veteran needs too, you know?
Yeah, right.
Because every county has
Mhm.
a veteran officer that can walk into to do paperwork, etc.
Right, yeah.
You have the AMVET that's all over. That's a good resource for them also too, you know.
Yeah, we just want to make sure that veterans are getting help, even when it comes to housing and stuff like that. We want to make sure when the veteran makes an offer on a property, we talk to the seller, talk to the listing agent, to say, hey, the loan is not that difficult. It's not that cumbersome. It's just a regular loan. Go ahead.
If you go to my website
Uh-huh.
and go to the ABC of VA loans,
Mm-hmm.
it gives you a whole thing from start to finish
Okay.
on VA loans. Everything you need to do about VA loans, literally, you know,
Okay.
including which condos are VA approved, or to apply for VA loan. It tells you everything about VA loans.
Okay. Thanks. Johnny, I see you came on. Welcome. We're discussing some of your favorite topics. We're talking about VA and VA resources and stuff like that. Miss Rosemary just had to jump off after she finished talking. So we're happy to have you. Welcome aboard. If you want to chime in, feel free to chime in. John,
I
go ahead, Pam.
I have a question, I guess not question, but I was speaking with a young lady last night. She was so concerned because has nothing to do with VA, but potentially wondering if this could apply. She was having so many issues with her children, and the oldest was concerned because uh, they didn't have any gifts under the tree, and they ended up calling the police on her. And she was like, the police were saying, well, why didn't you go to some of these churches or stuff, things that are doing this giveaway? And the comment was, I can't get there. I don't have the money to get there. I have to pay rent. And this young man just don't seem to understand that I don't have that extra money this year. And it's all about getting there. So that's why I keep bringing up getting there with the veterans.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Because
Yeah.
that's a tough one. Because there's no real resource I can point to that's going to transport them back and forth, you know.
Because you can have all the services at your
Mhm.
availability in the world, but if you can't get there,
Might be something we need to check into. I
that-
mean, for me, I would check Lake County. How do they get to where
Right.
they need to go?
Right.
So I'm gonna check with Lake County, and maybe Lake County have a Lake County connection. I'm gonna check with that to see if who actually will pick up the veterans and take them to their doctor's appointment in Lake County. Because
Yeah, it just touched me when she told me that. She says, I know all these churches have this giveaway and I know they can do that, but my money is spent on, I don't have a car. I can't Uber everywhere. I'm spending the money on
what county does she
food.
live in? Where does she
Not
live?
in Florida. Not in Florida. She was
Oh,
just
okay.
calling me, but it just
Okay.
reminded me of
Right.
how you can have all these resources and not be able to get to them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I get you. I feel you.
That's
Yeah.
the only thing I thought about with the veterans.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I might check out some more about getting there and see if I can find out some more information about it. And then I'll check our Lake County websites and stuff like that, and check with some connection with to see, just like you say, how do you get there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, some veterans have it tough, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
There
But
is this is what you're doing right now. You have to form a community of folks. There is a community of folks out there, but it takes what you're doing right here to pull it together. There is a tremendous amount of resources from the federal government, from the VA, and also from our communities. I heard somebody mention before about the VFW and the various different veteran organizations. Those are a starting point. Even if the organization themselves can't do it, there are individuals that are there that they hear about these things and they can volunteer and do help. I know that happens in Osceola County and also over in Brevard County.
okay. So how do we get connected to these community, John?
Well, I happen to be a member of, a couple of these places, but just a walk-in and plead your case as far as, what you would like. Sometimes we're a little bit bashful, we're a little bit ashamed of our situations, but no, we shouldn't be. We all at times get into a bad situation and all that. We have to open our mouths. We have to plead our cases.
But okay,
I'm
so
saying to you,
but
there are
the case that
resources
the
out
case
there
that we're pleading is not okay. So we would have to plead other veterans' cases because they're not pleading their own.
And then just
Say
sorry.
Say that one more time, Pam.
I was just saying that I understand you were talking about pleading their case, but we are trying to help the veterans. So how do we plead their case for them? Like says, okay, they need transportation to be picked up to move from point A to point B.
I know for a fact that, well, let's start from ground zero. If you served in armed services, even if you did not get into combat or whatever, did not get a disability as far as a gunshot wound or whatever, there is still cases that you can get disability. I know for a fact we've got a gentleman over in Brevard County right now, which what he's working with is tinnitus. And he's gotten people from 10% all the way up to 100% rating on just tinnitus, which is, which every single one of us, if we served, we qualify for at least 10%. At least 10%. I'm working primarily now with a lot of the Vietnam veterans. The reason why I'm working with the Vietnam veterans is when they came back, they were so disrespected. They were so marginalized. And also in defense of the government, there was not as many benefits as they are now.
Right.
And they still don't want to go back. They still don't want to go back because of that dramatic experience that they had. The only thing that I can say is we have to go back now to the dependents, the wife, the daughter, the son of those veterans. Those are the ones that we need to egg on to make sure that the veteran go and get his benefit. Not necessarily for him, but for them. For them.
Checking in with the family member so the family member can be persistent. Yeah.
Family members, because again, let me say this. A veteran might think he's okay. He may not think he has a problem, but you know who knows about that problem? That wife that lays next to him at night, that listens to those things that he talks about in his sleep, those murmurs and all that. He's not aware of that, okay? But the wife is. The daughter or the son that notices the differences that dad is going through. Dad thinks he's okay, but he's not. He is not. So this is why we have to drop back now to the dependents, the wife, the husband, daughters, and the kids. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good insight. That's good insight.
Yeah. Yeah. Appreciate it. Thank you for sharing.
Not a problem.
All right.
And,
It's 7. Go ahead, Junior.
Seminole County does actually have a transportation system for seniors called Scout. that they can call and they'll transport them for free, yeah?
Okay. I know
Uh,
Lake County have Lake Connection. That's why I said I'm gonna check with Lake
All right.
Connection and see. But okay, so
Yeah,
Scout is Seminole.
Lake Connect will only go so far. That's the problem.
Yeah, but then you still use them. I understand it only goes so far, but you still use them as much as you can to,
Yeah,
depending on
true.
how far.
True, to
Because I
go to
mean,
to go to the grocery store or something. You're right. You're right.
yeah, right. You
Yeah,
use them as much as you can. So and see where they
true.
go. Because I mean, I go up to Tavares, and I mean, I see them driving around up there and down here as well. So we just have to check to see, how much they charge, and then how far out do they go.
All right.
That's true. No, you can
So
go
my
where they go at
question was
least.
if they're free.
Right. Yeah. Well, I don't. Are they free?
Scout?
No. Yeah. Free. Do you
Yeah,
say?
I know. It's free for them.
Okay, free. Okay, all right. Yeah, I'll check with Lake Connection and see if there's a charge for Lake Connection or not. And then I'm also going to reach out to Stanley Lay as well and see what kind of information I can get from him.
Okay.
Because he should be a good resource. I saw him the other day. Yeah, on 9/11. It was the last time I saw him. All right, well, it's 9:16. We're gonna have everyone say their last say and introduce themselves and say what kind of business they're in and how they can help our community. Beverly, you want to start? Unmute yourself, please. You're talking, but I keep asking you to unmute yourself.
Sorry.
There you go.
Yeah, my name is Beverly and I'm a realtor. One of my, what I really like to do, I like to help people, preferably senior citizens. If they're sick, I'll visit them in the hospital, pray for them, help them if they want anything, if they want to go to the grocery store, I'd be delighted to help with that. Even if I want their house cleaned up, I can help them with that. I mean, I'm not a good cleaner, but
But you can help.
but I can help.
Yeah. Okay. I'll keep that in mind for anyone that is asking.
Yeah,
So,
no heavy cleaning.
every mickle make a muckle. So even
light
if you can go sit with them and read and pray for them,
Yes,
that's
I
still
can do
something
that
good.
to read for them,
That's still something
answer
good.
questions. If I don't know the answer, I'll get the answer for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Marlene, thank you, Beverly.
you're welcome.
Marlene,
Yes, hi.
I welcome.
Hi, thank you. This is my first time on your call, and I'm really enjoying this very much. Just to hear all of your thoughts about the senior community, the veterans. I'm a realtor, and I met Vivian, and she's been so sweet and kind to say she's going to mentor me in a lot of new ways that I'm learning about. And part of it is the podcast. So, no, I thank you each for being on here and for all I'm learning about. And I'm just sort of thinking about the senior population in general. There's a lot to encompass with this population as they transition from certain careers or, just right sizing their space. So I'm, happy to be here.
And then tell them about your background, where you came from.
About my what?
Your background, where you came from, mental health.
Oh, yes. Well, I am a licensed mental health counselor, and I still am in the state of Florida. I had a private practice. I still do for 16 years. I moved from Palm Beach County last December. So I've been in Claremont for just 1 year. And I've worked a lot with post-traumatic stress disorder. I've worked a lot with first responders, whether it's the police, firefighters, people that have been in firefights and different wars, and just people in general. It's hard to conceptualize, but there's a lot of children and teens that have PTSD from childhood trauma. So I don't know. I've heard that counselors kind of make a good fit with realtors, because as a realtor, you do listen a lot, which I can tell by each of you with the things you're sharing. You're perceptive to the needs of the people. So I'm excited
Well,
to be
thank
part
you.
of
I
this group.
appreciate you, girl. Thank you for joining. Pam?
Um, I am also a realtor. My specialty, my niche seems to be turning out to be probate, especially as it deals with the older population, as they lose people in their lives, lifelong partners, as they plan to downsize or to eliminate assets so that they can be prepared, to helping them to be prepared for doing whatever they need to do in the future. So in real estate, yes, we are psychologists and psychiatrists. Well, we don't prescribe any medicine, so psychologists, we listen. We might prescribe some, but it's illegal when we do.
We have a
But
disclaimer, we're not a doctor.
yes. But anyway, we my whole idea, as I always say, is to be of service to someone, to do something that's going to make a difference in another person's life each day. And in doing that, we will all be blessed. And if we help someone, our lives will be helped as well.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Junior?
Okay, yeah, my name is Junior Simmons. I'm a local lender here in the Central Florida area, retired disabled veteran myself, and been in business for about 20 plus years. That's pretty much it, you know.
Appreciate you. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for joining.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Mr. John? Any last words?
He's muted.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Unfortunately, I'm driving back from Miami. I was very happy to join in. I was invited on by Sister
Rosemary's.
Braun.
Yeah.
Really love what you guys are doing. You know, it somewhat parallels with something that I am doing. I am a insurance agent in the area. It seems like I have to get my real estate license here to join this group. But
No, you don't. We have all kinds of career-minded people in here.
But I am a true Jamaican. I can show you 3 different business cards, 3 different businesses. I am driving back from Miami only because I'm in the logistics business also. And I just went down to one of the shippers to drop off some barrels and some boxes and things of that nature. But here, locally here in the area, I do a radio program called Life Raw and Real, Thriving Beyond 65. Again, advocate for seniors and also veterans. I do a plethora of things, mirror some things that you guys are doing there, and it's needed. The senior community, which I am part of, really needs a tremendous amount of help. Think about this now. You have a lot of these people that's worked for 40 years. For 40 years, they've gotten up and got to work, and somebody else has told them what to do. All of a sudden, now they're retired. They've got to make those decisions. It's not that easy. It's not that easy. So again, John Perry, advocate for seniors and also for vets.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Frida says she Merry Christmas. Frida, you didn't want to say anything, hopefully. But I get you. I started this because I'm going to be 65 next year. So I wanted to learn about all the things that went on because there's so much to learn. I was just dealing with my insurance person today, and she was telling me that my insurance is going to switch when my birthday comes next year. My insurance is going to switch from one to the other. So all of that stuff, I didn't know all of that stuff. So we are all learning forward about retiring and seniors and things like that. So I just wanted to make sure that I equip myself with knowledge enough to know I remember my daughter said to me, "Oh, mom, I don't want to grow up because then I have to file taxes." Not knowing that somebody will help you with it. So it's the same thing with the senior stuff. It's kind of, you're learning as you go. So I just wanted to learn as I go and equip myself, and also help other people in the community and help other people, to make sure people who are coming behind me, to make sure that, okay, you need to do your insurance ahead of time. You need to do this. You need to do that. You need to, there's just so much stuff that needs to be done. Just like you said, John, when you're retiring, there's just a whole bunch of things that you got to know. And for me, I'm just learning. I'm just learning. Let me see if Frida had said anything before we go. I'm out. I am out when I am out with the family. Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna we have about 5 more minutes. So if anyone has anything that they want to say, I give you 2 more minutes, and then after that I close out. But this is recorded live on YouTube. And then it's also going to be on Zoom. So anyone wants the link, when I'm finished, I usually send it back out. So if you want to re-listen, and then share this podcast with somebody that that needs help, because just like we said, we're concentrating on things to do with seniors, helping seniors better their life, and also helping myself better my life. As I came on, I was telling you about somebody that I was just talking to last Thursday, and he wasn't even I didn't even know that if he was sick or anything like that, but all of a sudden, I heard that he passed away. So it's just really, really sad to me. But making sure that everyone is taking care of themselves for the holiday, because this is the time of year where a lot of people passed on because of the stress of shopping. I don't do shopping. I'm sorry. I don't do Christmas shopping. And when I'm tired, Beverly and I was talking today. She said she sat down and she read a book. When you're tired, sit down and rest. Sit down and rest. The dirty dishes or whatever, the dirty house, it's okay. They'll get clean whenever you feel like it. This time of year is just a difficult time for anyone, to be that are alive, anyone that don't have any loved ones, to check on them, to make sure that they're okay. For me, I was gonna go over to my sister's house, but I heard my nephew is not cooking, so I'm gonna go to my mom's house, and I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna eat, I'm gonna sleep and watch some TV, and I'm gonna eat and sleep and watch some TV again. So anyone wants to come, you're welcome. Come to mom's house. Pam, if you want to come to mom's house. Bev, everyone, anyone wants to come to mom's house. So
is she cooking?
Yeah, mom is cooking. So we're all cooking. So Berto's gonna make potato salad. So we all cook something and bring it. But it's about spending time with each other. That's what it's about.
Good.
So each person make a dish and
Does she have some cake left?
I don't know. I really don't know about that. But anyway, any last minute things that anyone wants to say before we close out?
Because I finished baking. I have no more to bring.
Yeah. All right. And any last minute? We're gonna close out.
I just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, and understand that there's always a reason to smile. Sometimes we have to dig a little deep to find it, but there's always a reason to smile, and know that Christ's birth is reason enough.
Yes, he's the reason for the season.
Yes. Amen. Thank you.
As we had, oh, there you go, Frida. Did you have anything you want to say before we head out?
No, thank you for speaking up the questions. I definitely appreciate it. And on your next meeting, I will definitely be able to contribute. Unfortunately, I have family that can't out of town. So thank you so much.
All right, no
I'll
worries,
see you in
girl.
January.
Yes, see you in January. Look forward to that. Okay.
All right, no problem, guys. Good night. Merry
Good night.
Christmas.
As we head out Christmas, we want to just leave this with you. Our veteran gives us freedom, safety, and sacrifice. So now it's our turn to give back. So we need to give back to not just our veteran, but to our family members and anyone that all around us. Make sure we loving on each other. Remember, today is tomorrow is not promised to you. We don't have to wake up tomorrow. There's some people that didn't wake up. So make sure that you're loving your loved one and not fussing and fighting with them, because it's not worth it. The holiday is for giving, and giving love. It's not just about giving gifts. So we thank God for just the grace and mercy that he gives us, that we're able to wake up today. And tomorrow, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but we're going to be living for today. And then also make sure we exercise. I asked ChatGPT to I uploaded, they told me all my labs and things was good. So I uploaded my lab to ChatGPT and asked ChatGPT, what do I need to do to live for the next 20 years? ChatGPT says exercise 30 minutes per day. So that's what I'm doing, exercising 30 minutes per day. So we're out. I
Good night,
appreciate you
everybody.
all. Thank you all for joining.
Good
Look
night.
forward to seeing you guys. Have a Merry Christmas.
One other
Okay?
thing we should remember before we go, that Christmas is not meant for shopping. It's meant to honor the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ. Who
Yeah.
came here, suffered to save us, that
Yes.
we can look forward
True.
to everlasting life with him.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
And we're out. Thank you
Good night.
guys.